What you just said is so profound. You said these people don't know anything and they don't know what they're doing.
That's right.
But they're appointees.
But Elon Musk.
I understand. But they are appointees of the duly elected president. So your view, you're here as our legal expert, but your view is because you don't personally believe they know enough that the duly elected president, who appointed a Treasury Secretary and who appoints special appointees like Elon Musk, shouldn't be able to act as the president because you don't personally believe they know enough?
Well, they
is that how it works?
No.
Or do elections mean anything to you?
Well, it's got nothing to do with elections.
Of course it does. He's doing
the fact
exactly
of the
what
matter
we
is
told you.
there is a law.
The truth was told.
That's Republican Scott Jennings getting a political hack on CNN to accidentally say the quiet part out loud about the establishment media's latest narrative on President Trump. And somehow, legacy media has managed to sink even lower than our already rock-bottom expectations. For years, one of their main attacks against Trump has been his so-called lack of transparency, a claim they clung to despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Now, their latest spin involves Elon Musk and Doge uncovering massive government fraud and waste. And what's CNN's response? Pure gaslighting. They are literally trying to convince people this information doesn't exist, while playing footage of Doge openly sharing all the details. You can't make this up.
I take him at his word that he wants to be transparent, that he invites transparency. Obviously, everybody in the English-speaking world media is looking into him every single day. I would have no fear if I were him about Congress. He
hasn't been
asking questions and looking into it. I think they are.
The definition of it is he's not been on the front end of this so far. He's not been transparent. I mean, there may be.
They are making routine announcements about the things they are finding, and they are inviting questions about the things they are finding every single day.
But by definition, he's not being transparent. They're not providing data for the things that they say they have found evidence of. They just aren't.
The White House has provided.
You can make announcements, and he also did admit that he actually.
So you just don't believe it. I mean, they are providing information. You just choose not to believe that it's true.
I don't think anyone should just believe that it's true. Do you think that people have taken kickbacks of tens of millions of dollars from USAID?
Here's what I think.
Do you believe that?
I think every year.
No, but don't accuse me of just like.
I'm just asking you. Do you believe that there is any level of fraud, waste, fraud, abuse in the government?
No, that's not what you're asking me, and I'm going to ask the question. Don't accuse me of just like.
And so, if you believe that, do you believe that it's possible that they are finding and producing information about it? Of course,
that wasn't my question. My question was, by definition, they're not being transparent. They can continue to be successful.
What do you want them to do?
Provide data. If they're provide data that they have found people, everyone would want to know if someone has received kickbacks to the tune of tens of millions.
I don't disagree with you. I love the idea of data. I love the announcements. I love them putting out regular reports of what they're doing.
I've got to be honest. This tactic has me completely baffled. It's as if these people don't realize the internet exists. They keep pushing this claim on the very same network that not only ignored the last administration's lack of transparency, but often ran cover for it, and in some cases, even applauded it. We all remember that so-called journalists getting emotional on air, praising Kamala Harris for dodging the press and calling it a vibes campaign. And now, we have former liberal firebrand Anna Kasparian slamming this absurd line of attack from the establishment left.
But I want to just talk about the optics and the politics of what happened last night, because I know that Democrats are being super critical because at the end of the day, Elon Musk is a billionaire. He's got conflicts of interest. And so it's rich to hear someone like Elon Musk tell us, just trust me, we're doing everything right. It's all above board. At the same time, though, when you compare what appears to be quite a bit of transparency in this new Trump administration versus the lack of transparency we received during the Biden administration, well, I mean, optically speaking, I think most Americans are going to have this sense that, you know, Trump is telling the truth. He wants to be honest with us. He's calling it like it is. You know, he's constantly in the media, constantly doing press conferences. And so I think that is an important thing for the Democratic Party to maybe soak in and realize, you know, if you're going to try to hide from your voters, if you're going to try to hide the ball from your base, it's not going to bode well for you. The optics of transparency is important. Actually being transparent is more important.
One thing about Trump, he tells it like it is. He's always in the media, constantly holding press conferences and making his stance clear. That's something the Democratic Party should take note of. If you try to hide from voters or keep your base in the dark, it won't end well. Transparency matters. And while the optics of being open are important, actually being transparent is even more crucial. Trump isn't perfect. He's human, just like the rest of us. There are plenty of things his critics could have focused on, but lack of transparency wasn't one of his weaknesses. People may not like what he says or how he says it, but secrecy has never been his style, no matter how much the political establishment and media tried to spin it otherwise. The fact that his opponents have resorted to childish tactics, essentially playing a political version of "I know you are, but what am I?" shows just how desperate they are. But what do you think? Which administration was more transparent, Trump's or Biden's? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching.